We opened our 300th store the other day, and I just went, that started from a piece of paper, a blank piece of paper. And it started with a line of, wouldn't it be good if?
Janine Allis is a self-made millionaire. The company she founded, Retail Zoo, with its star performer Boost Juice, turned over $221 million in 2013. A bad day at the office for a woman with no formal business qualifications.
I have got a very long resume of various jobs that I have done, and I've been qualified for none of them. I left school at 16 and 10 months. I knew I'd be successful, not because I was arrogant and I thought that I was so clever. In actual fact, I was a very average student at school, but I knew that I'd be prepared to work hard enough to get there.
Working in everything from modelling to public relations, Janine saved enough money to pursue her dream of travel. Backpacking in the US and Europe, she spent 2 years working on luxury yachts, including David Bowie's in the south of France.
When you travel, all sorts of things happen. I think what it teaches you is problem solving. Particularly a young girl travelling on her own, you get into hairy situations. I think that it does teach you to have grunt.
After 8 years in 1993, Janine returned to Melbourne. She was broke, unemployed, and now a single mum to 2-year-old Samuel. Janine's first attempt to open a juice bar, Seduce, in 1999 failed after falling out with business partners.
But funnily enough, that glass half full, I just went, that's okay, well, we'll take this IP that I've got and what I know now, and we'll do it again.
With a firm idea about what they didn't want in business, Janine and Jeff set the wheels in motion to open Boost their way.
So we opened our first store in March 2000 in King William Street in Adelaide. I remember doing the accounts and going, I don't know if this business is good or bad. Is it, is that profit good? I had nothing to compare to because I've never done business before. But it was really when we started to open our second store and our third store, we truly went, wow, the capabilities of this business are quite extraordinary.
Boost broke all records and was the fastest growing franchise in Australian history. The company turned over its first magic million in 2002.
I pick up the BRW magazine and I've hit the rich list. And I thought, that's pretty cool, because at that time, we hadn't taken a cent out of the business. We'd sold our family home. I was panicking because I had a GST bill and didn't know how I was going to fund it. And, we were living off Jeff's salary in a rental property, living in the same room as my children.
Only 2 years later, the business was making a staggering $2 million a week. But the high was short-lived.
At the time, there was probably 50 to 60 juice bars opening up. And a lot of them were making health claims. They were saying, this juice will cure this and that thing will do things for liver. And you're not allowed to make health claims. Now, unfortunately, or fortunately, we were the largest juice chain. So they went, okay, well, it must be Boost. Oh, they lie, right? So immediately you go, hang on, no, we're the good guys. But the damage is done. See this? It comes from the farmer. And all we do is this. No intervention. Juice, plain and simple. But you know what the problem was? It actually wasn't all of those things. It was actually us. We had grown so quickly that there were some cracks. Failure didn't frighten me. It was all about how do we fix it. We looked at ourselves. We put more money into training. We put more money into advertising. We put more money into refitting the stores. So in actual fact, I look back now and go, thank God that happened. Without those really tough times of solving those problems, the business wouldn't be the strength it is today. Simple squeeze and you get all the goodness. It's a Boost secret, and it has been for over a decade. A good CEO, manager, owner, whatever you want to call it, to be great is to see greatness in others. Our job is always to succession plan. By stepping back and being forced to step back when you have a small child really enabled me to let people shine and let people sort of come up the ranks and really do things that quite often and quite honestly are better than what I could have done it.
Just touching on what we're doing at the moment here in Australia, South Africa's giving away a store this year. So
I see growing a business so much like having a family. I see a small infant child that really can't survive without you, and businesses like that at the start. But as they grow up, they have the times when you could pull your hair out, and you have your times when you wonder if you've done the right thing. But they do really get to an age where it's time for them to sort of stand on their own 2 feet.
In the past year, over 30 million people worldwide have sipped on a Boost juice.
I sacrificed a lot of things to achieve what I wanted to achieve, but the reality was at no point did it feel like a sacrifice. It felt like I was on this absolute cool journey of discovery and creation, and I wouldn't change a second of it.